Oh, Daryl, you're only saying that because you're a mortgage broker. Okay, fine. You better buy now, though. You better buy now. Look, it looks like they're trying to crash the system, right? That's what it looks like to me. Now, whatever you believe, I don't care. You may believe they're trying to crash the system because we need a little bit of pain for things to get better, right? So, yes, crash the system so it can be greater later. If you believe that, fine. I don't care. You may believe they're trying to crash the system so billionaires can win, and that's all they care about. And that's okay too. I don't care what you believe. But if they do crash the system and they're successful and the bottom falls out and prices drop insanely low, you can't compete with BlackRock. So some of you are saying, and I'll explain who BlackRock is. Some of you are saying you want a recession. That's the only way you can buy it. And I'm here to tell you, you don't want that smoke. You can't compete with the largest asset management company, period, BlackRock. You can't compete with their competitors. You can't compete with hedge funds. Talk to the people in 2021. Talk to the people in 2021 who are trying to buy in Los Angeles when rates hit the twos and threes. Talk to them and talk to the people who quit. They just like, nah, I give up. I keep getting out. They thought they were flexing. Yeah, I came in 30K over asking. They're coming in 100K plus over asking. I spoke to a realtor. I didn't vet it. I don't know if it's true. I spoke to a realtor who said he had a client who came in at 1 million over asking and it appraised. Guys, you don't want that kind of smoke. You can't. It's not even. It doesn't even make sense to say you don't want to compete with that because it's not a competition. You can't compete with cash. You coming in with your little FHA offer, 10K over asking, 20-day close. You think you flexing? All your contingencies are in place that protect you, and you want some seller credit. They don't care what the rate is either, by the way. It doesn't matter what the rate is if this were to happen. If the bottom falls out, they don't care what the rate. You're going up against cash offers, guys. They're going to remove the loan contingency. They're going to remove the appraisal contingency. So if they overbid and the home doesn't appraise, they're going to make up the difference. And they're going to remove the home inspection. All three of those that protect you as a home buyer and protect your earnest money deposit, that's what you have to compete with. All of that's done. Talk to the people in 2021 where the lines were wrapped around the corner. 50 to 100 people going in to see one house. 50, 60 offers. You do not want that smoke. If you can afford to buy, you don't think you're being smart and waiting for a recession. It's not going to work in your favor. In a low inventory environment, it's not going to work in your favor. Get your real estate before this happens. Get real estate. I'm sorry, let me get my words right. Because I'm not speaking a recession into existence. I don't want to see a bunch of people going through. But look, people are struggling now. So I can understand why people are like, yeah, give us a little more pain so it can get better later and be good. Again, if you really believe that crashing the system is for the middle class and the poor, if you believe it, fine. I'm here to tell you, get your real estate. If you haven't already, get your real estate. So if that does happen, if it does happen, you don't have to worry about competing with billion-dollar hedge funds, multi-billion, tens of millions to hundreds. I'm sorry, tens of billions to hundreds of billions of dollars just ready to go. You don't want to compete with that. You can't. It's laughable. 50K over asking. Get out of here, dude. I've heard you say it. I've seen the comments. I'm waiting for a recession. I need a recession. I've also heard people say, why would I buy now if a recession happens and I lose equity in my home right after I buy it? So what? So if you come in with an FHA loan with 3.5% down, that gives you 97.5% loan to value. Who cares if you lose 30K equity in a year? You can't do anything with the property anyway. What do you care? What happens in year 1, 2, 3? So what? If the bottom falls out, we'll pick up the pieces for 2 to 3 years. And then your home starts appreciating again. What? You don't care about equity in the first year, folks. This is an investment. It's an investment property. Now that may impact fix and flippers. They may sit back, if the bottom falls out, like, yeah, I'm not, No, I bought a property and it's like driving it out, like driving a car off the lot after I purchased this property, right? So, guys, if you're purchasing a home to live in, you're not flipping it. The equity in that home is irrelevant within the first few years. So don't let the potential of losing equity stop you from getting real estate. And if the bottom were to fall out and prices drop, the market's just going to raise them again anyway because they're going to be overbidding and they're going to drive them up. And people are going to be removing the appraisal contingencies. And you're going to be competing with LLCs disguised as a little mom and pop LLC, and it'll be BlackRock. So in a low inventory environment, it's not going to help you. Sorry. And some of the little guys will win. These large entities, these large conglomerates are not going to purchase 100% of everything if we did see a huge decrease in prices. So in 2021, some of the little guys won too. All of them had to go in over asking, and most of them had to remove all contingencies. So be smart, be proactive, do your due diligence, get into real estate, and like, share, follow.